Hi everyone, and in this session we are going to understand about very basic and fundamentals. So generally day-to-day wise we'll use so many different technical words or jargons. So what exactly those things and how to understand, especially who are new to cloud, and when we use that words it's not easy to understand or digest the things. So first we'll try to understand that words. Slowly we'll enter into the cloud and what exactly it's a cloud and everything we'll try to understand. And first of all, on premises. First of all, we'll try to understand the on premises or on-prem also some people will call on-prem. On premises or on-prem is the same word guys. There is no difference at all. But what exactly meaning of on premises or on-prem? Like I will take one example and explain about this one. Generally, any company wants to perform their day-to-day task and they require the IT infrastructure. Like IT infrastructure means servers, application, compute power. Especially I can say this is a compute power. And for communication wise, network devices, security wise, firewall, and IDPS, antivirus softwares, and everything is required, as well as different network devices also is available, and over the internet communication purpose MPLS network, VPN devices, and so many other components also is available or services is available. These all services together keeping into that location, one location, that is a physical location. That physical location I'm going to set up my company purpose, like n number of servers. N number of servers means it depends on requirement guys, depends on the company size, and requirement wise they will going to purchase that hardware and install that hardware, like configure. These are all hardware, and this all hardwares needs to be communicate each other. So it's a required the some device to, like that is a switch, network switch, and connect to the cables, cat 6 or cat 5 cables. These are network device, network cables, and connecting, and installation of the operating system. That operating system if you are using, it's a required the license, as well as, and top of that, based on requirement, that application or SQL application or web server or any other applications also we can install it. And for this running smoothly and securely means antivirus agent, and centralized monitoring purpose. Antivirus agent related is a control, antivirus control panel. So it's a communicate like this everywhere. It's a antivirus up and running, update the things like that. And for these all those things, other branch I have another data center for communicating, again router, here also router, and needs to be communicate this router also over the internet or dedicated line up to how is the design that one. So like that, so many different variety of services, components, and everything we are going to use it. So this is a called where you place physical place on that location, you are going to keep it your physical IT infrastructure services and power supply, cooling, networking, compute power, and everything. It's a required. That place we can call the data center. Data center. Previously, we can call the data center guys. But nowadays, why we are calling on-premises? Cloud came into the picture. That's the reason we are not calling the data center in terms of cloud. We are calling the on-premises. Why on-premises? It's available in our premises, in our in our location. So we are managing, we are purchasing, we are maintaining, we are securing everything we are doing. That's the reason we are calling the on-premises or on-prem guys. Cloud means it's a cloud, it's managed by the cloud vendor or cloud provider. That cloud vendor or provider will manage it, like Microsoft Azure, MS Microsoft, and AWS is a Amazon, and Google Cloud is a Google, Oracle Cloud is a Oracle, and IBM Cloud is a IBM companies is a managing. Those are vendors and managing the cloud platform. So what exactly here? So they are set up similar. It's a similar means it's a kind of all latest technology wise, they set up the different location worldwide wise. So many different regions, location, continentals, and everything is available. So they want run their business and attract the business, and due to that, and they are set up the so many different locations, that data centers. These all data centers together is a communicating their dedicated network or tie up with the on that location network providers. Accordingly, they set up the these data centers. Everything it's a keep it, and they will manage it. Even they won't provide the location and what exactly and everything. They won't provide that information due to security reasons. Due to that is their policies, and due to that they won't provide this information, guys. So same like how is the data centers, same like here latest technology using that they set up the data center already integrated with the multiple application, multiple tools, and everything. It's a inbuilt wise, everything it's available, guys. Just who wants that resources, that person or that company or that members needs to be registered, and that means they need to create an account, and accordingly after that like there are some terms is available, later on we'll discuss, and accordingly they can utilize the resources. How much time they are utilizing the resources, accordingly they should pay money for that. They should pay money for that, guys. So this is a based on utilization only we can utilize it. But if it is on premises, we have to set up that place and cooling, power supply, as well as this purchase the hardware, software license, and everything. We have to take care ourselves. Due to that, more cost starting only. When I am going to start my business, starting only depends on requirement. I need to invest on infrastructure services. That means I'm investing more amount on infrastructure services, and it's not an easy task again maintain. And after number of years, that hardware is going to reduce the life, and due to that again purchase or upgrade it or something like that, we have to do it. And software licenses also, like nowadays is this version is the latest, but later on after 1 year 2 years again latest version, again we need to purchase and upgrade it ourselves. And security also same thing, and physical devices, everything. It's a more invest in the IT infrastructure. IT infrastructure reducing the cost, especially the reducing the cost purpose. So many companies are moving their workloads to cloud platform. They're reducing the cost wise. They are moving to the cloud platform. If it is a moving to the cloud platform, what will happen? No need to manage ourselves this entire data centers, these physical devices and software licenses, installation and human resource and everything. It's a reduce it so much reduce, like especially human resources also we can reduce it. And as well as this totally it's a removed it, and no need to invest starting only. But in the cloud platform, monthly bill or depends on which type of model you agree with the vendors, accordingly that cost we should pay for that. We should pay for that. So that way it's a decrease the cost. That is a one of the advantage moving to the cloud platform. And so let's see is a some like a data center, what exactly I'm talking about as of now. So if you are looking into who don't know that data center, after explaining also some people cannot able to visualize the things. Due to that, I'm going to show you the data center. And like these places, this place occupied with the all the infrastructure services, all infrastructure services. You can observe here like closely, this is a picture about there are network cables. You can see here these all network cables is a communicating and connected here. Different blade server, tower server, or rack mounted servers, so many different types is available, and everything it's here available. These all those things required power supply. cooling, especially because of it will produce electronic device, produce more heat. So for that, it's a required the cooling and network cables and all other what I mentioned is a security device, firewalls and other devices, networking wise, switches, routers and everything, and software license, everything it's a required. And as well as right human resource is also required. If somebody don't know anything, how they can manage it? Definitely for maintain the data center, there are so many human resource, there are so many human resources are required, guys. Without human resource, it's not possible at all. That's right skilled people is required, I can say. Right skilled people is required to manage the data center, as well as on top of that, software licenses and security and different people like security purpose also, like that is a required, guys. So I hope you now you can understand here. So suppose the network, if you click on, these are network related cables, switches or routers and everything. And it's there are multiple things are there. And I can mention mission learning, that is a data centers, and so many different backup, disaster recovery purpose, everything. It's a lot of things are there. And this is a totally data center, guys. This data center no need to manage ourselves, no need to manage ourselves in the cloud platform, in the cloud platform, guys. But in on-premises, we need to ourselves is set up the data center, maintain and purchase the license and everything. So many things we need to do it. But in the cloud platform, everything managed by vendor. Just how much time we are utilizing, accordingly we need to pay money for that. So on premises, if it is a setup that is totally data center, it's not a easy part, and so much time it will take it, and it's not a easy to integration and everything, and so many right skilled people is also required. But so totally here, data center maintenance, remove it. That means you are reducing the cost in the cloud platform. Okay, coming to cloud, especially right now we are discussing about Azure cloud. Azure Cloud regions. What exactly regions? Already I mentioned different locations, Microsoft set up their data centers and running uh, that data center and providing the services to over the internet to all the people, over the internet to all the companies and people and everything. So first of all, we'll understand the region. Region means, and you can see here, it's this is a totally one location. This is a region is available. I will take it this one. This is a region is available, guys. This region under that, 3 data centers is available. In the few specific regions only, this 3 data center concept is available, and some regions it's not available. That region concept, data center concept, multiple data centers is not available. You can see here, zone 1, availability zone 1, availability zone 2, and availability zone 3. What exactly availability zone? So we'll try to understand. So here, if you see availability zone 1, it's a one data center, I can say, in the same location, same like is a one more zone. That means one more data center in the same location. That means that region, and one more place in the same location, one more data center is also is available. That is a zone 3. So this is the same place. It's a together physically. Like this is a physically one location. In this same place is available. No, in the geographical regional wise, it's a region is a very big. Hyderabad, or if you take the Chennai, Mumbai, any locations also, it's a very big in terms of the kilometers and everything. Same like here also, the data centers also not in the same place. Okay, in the suppose example in Chennai. Chennai might be it's a north, might be south, might be east, like that. These 3 data centers is available, and some distance they are maintained for latency purpose, network latency. That means suppose this device and this device, it's a communicating over the network. That means in between how much time it's a traveling the data, it's a calculated using the time. That is a latency. That how much time it's reached to the source to destination. That is a called latency. That latency is also calculated accordingly. They set up these three data center 1, data center 2, data center 3. In terms of in cloud, we can call the zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Why we are calling availability? That means within the region, within the location, in case of one data center is down, another data center is also is available, or another data center also is available. High availability purpose. That means I keep it my resources here in case of anything wrong, and even my resources is available another region also. That is the two ways we can do it. It's a directly we won't get it for all the services, but we need to perform it those things. That high availability we need to perform it. But within the latency wise, they provided these three data center within the location. That location we can call the region. In the region, three data centers. That is called availability zone 1, availability zone 2, and availability zone 3 available, guys, nowadays. It's not available in all regions, guys. This concept, availability zones, it's not available in all regions. And most of the regions is available. Some regions is not available. And this concept. Okay. So wherever it's available, we can utilize it. Wherever it's not available, if you try to deploy it, it won't show you that option. It's a grayed out. It won't allow you to deploy it that way. So later on, you will understand going forward, and when we try to deploy it, and you will get the more idea this availability zone, how we can utilize it. So now what we understand, what is the Azure region, what is the availability zone, we understand, guys. This is a very, very important. Basically, when it's a working real time, so day-to-day wise, different words, different jargons, technical words will use it. This technical words importance of here, we are understanding here. Availability zone and Azure region, on-premises and everything, guys. Okay. So coming to one more point I need to mention. There is a two terms is available, zone redundant, and zonal services. And zonal services. What is the difference between zone redundant and zonal services? So zone redundant, first we'll try to understand. Suppose Microsoft provide some services here. That means not specify the this one. I will specify the region wise. I will specify the region wise. Some services they provided. That services zone redundant. That means that zone redundant means whatever it's we are going to deploy it, that is available here, that is available here, that is available here, and keep on three things is replicating together and maintain the same, guys. So in this case, automatically it happen. We are not going to deploy each and every zone. This is a one, this is a one. Not we are not going to deploy it each other, each and every zone, and we are not doing the replication and maintain the same. Microsoft itself in Azure platform, they are configure and everything it's available. Just whenever we are trying to deploy it, if zone redundant is available, that means automatically maintain the high availability wise that service in the another zones also, and automatically replicate and maintain the same. That is a called zone redundant. Zonal services means same, like it's a I'm going to deploy it. It's not Microsoft. It's I'm specifying the this is a one. It's available in this zone 1. This is available in the zone 2. This is available in zone 3. Like that, I'm going to deploy it. I'm going to deploy it. I'm going to specify it. So after that, we need to set up the replication and maintain the same like that. We have to perform it, guys. We have to perform it. That is a called zonal services, guys. That is a called zonal services. These are the very, very basic, guys, but very, very important. In interview perspective also, they will ask you about what is the zone redundant, what is the zonal services. Like one more thing, I can show you practically where exactly this is a one available. Let's go to the here portal. In this portal, if I'm going to search, best example is a public IP. one of the service, guys. This is one of the service. I'm not talking about all the services. One by one services when we are going to learn, so you will get the idea. Each and every service is a separate, that implemented. So here, this public IP address, you can observe. Suppose I'm providing the this is a one public IP, and you can observe here, guys, availability zone in this region, in this East US2 region, and you can see there are so many lot of regions is available, guys. There are a lot of different regions is available. South Africa North, South Australia East, Central India, East Asia, Japan East, and Korea Central, Southeast Asia, Canada Central, France Central, like that. Is so many different location. That location we are calling here region. Within the location, within the location means example in India, 3 data centers. That means 3 regions is available. That's the reason we are not going to call the location. We are going to call it's a region. In Azure platform, we can call the region. The region is providing the high availability. That's the reason availability zone by default is a zone redundant. That means this public IP address service automatically replicate and maintain the same thing in all 3 zones in this region. If I don't want, this is a zone redundant, I want specific zone, yes, I can define it. I want is a zone 1 only, I want is a zone 2 only, I want is a zone 3 only, or no zone. I don't want any specific zone, like zone redundant, I don't want. Like that, we can define it, guys. Like that, we can define it. So you can see here, and some other regions, South India. South India, if you see, there is no zone redundant. Availability zone concept, it's not showing. Why? Because of this is not in this region, that zone concept, that availability zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, it's not implemented. It's a single data center only is available. Due to that, they are not implement the this availability zone. That's the reason we are unable to see that option here. We are unable to see that option here. That is a major thing we need to understand, guys. So that's about today's session, and I hope everyone understand. If you have any question, anything, you can comment below. Accordingly, I will respond and we'll discuss furtherly on that. Okay, I will give the answers for that. So we'll meet next video and we'll understand furtherly more on this. Thank you, guys.